I thought the only thing I had in here was Johnny Horton, and that couldn't have been the case. Let's try that again. This is Johnny Horton, The Battle for New Orleans.
In 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in a town in New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down a river and we see the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. They stepped so high and they made the bugles ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eye. We held our fire till we see their faces well. Then we opened up our squirrel guns and really gave them well. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down, so we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind, and when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Gee, that Johnny Horton. Every song seemed to have a perfect sound effect in it. If it wasn't the clip-clop of the horse, they had a sort of, exaltation to get the horse to go. Always that sort of martial snare that just really drove the music along. It's just been terrific to have Johnny to be featuring Johnny Horton all week here on 702. Johnny Horton Week's just been terrific. Next week, Stephen Amory has decided it should be Guy Mitchell Week. I'm not really aware of the work of Guy Mitchell, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll all be new to me. I think, again, he's a sort of somewhat forgotten 60s performer, and we're going to continue to dig them out. I'm keen to get to Val Doonican Week. I think his work's been sadly overlooked in recent years. I'm getting a lot of nods from the Spooky Men on that one. Val Doonican Week, is that a yes? Yes, ringing endorsement for Val Doonican Week. It just brings a warm nostalgia to me just saying the words Val Doonican. I'm seeing sausage rolls and a cardigan for some reason, and I feel happier for that. So plenty to look forward to, of course. Now, the Spooky Men's Chorale is just one of the, I just think it's one of the, now great institutions of Sydney life. It's one of the finest organisations I know. It's up there with the Lions Club, really, as a group that I respect and adore. The Spooky Men's Chorale are performing tonight at the Vanguard in Newtown. Is there still chance, Stephen Taverner, leader, inspirer, guru of chorale of Spooky Men, is there still a chance that we could get there?
I believe it's standing room, James.
Standing room only?
Yeah, so
standing room only left at the Vanguard?
Yeah, you can burrow your way to the front
right.
and try to catch a sight of the bristling beards on stage.
Yeah. Is it, the oral sensation of hearing Spooky Men is just, something to everyone should experience. The show itself, the visual effect, the kind of antics that go on, good, worth it?
Absolutely worth it. And we've really only got one trick, James, which is to sing at slightly lower frequencies than everyone else.
Okay.
And the lift was beeping at us on the way up here, and it made me think how often we're assailed by sounds of high frequency.
Yeah.
It's almost like a symbol for our intense, ridiculous lives. And
you're an antidote. to the frenetic chirping
It's kind
of modern life.
subtle healing. Yeah, and there's something. I mean,
See, imagine if a lift, instead of going went.
Yes. Time to get out now.
That's good.
Self-satisfied.
Exactly. Imagine if a GPS kind of went, turn right 400 metres.
There might be a few accidents.
That'd be good. What? What did that
Might be
say? What was that? The Spooky Men's Chorale are an all-male choir. You all hail from the Blue Mountains?
Yeah.
Pretty much. They can speak, but when in a group they only murmur. And so I think we should hear you in full voice now.
Yes, we've got a modern-day affirmations song, James. We were distressed by the amount of unachievable affirmations that you find on websites and in New Age healing workshops.
Yeah.
Things like, I am God, I allow the divine destiny of my forefathers to make myself perfect in every fingertip.
That's only worked for me, not for anyone else.
No.
Yeah.
As for us, we think their bar's a little bit high.
Right.
So we came across this group called the Brotherhood of St. Kevin the Usual. And they actually specialise in affirmations which are somewhere between sort of unattainable perfection and genuine decrepitude.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
So we'll present for you now the affirmations of St. Kevin
the usual.
I will allow my universe to be filled with a limitless abundance of useless bits of crap. I am a radiant being, emitting calm and cleansing blue-white light, especially when I'm standing in 7-Eleven. I am divinely guided in all my thoughts and actions, except when I cop. I will visualize complete success in attaining all of the things that I want, and make a list, and go and purchase them at the supermarket. I am pretty good at some things, especially the ones I know how to do. My body is a golden chalice brimming with effervescent spiritual matter, but always less than .05. I rise each morning and let my waking mind be cleansed, and fill it with shining rays of caffeine. I powerfully and serenely resolve to tell you that thing that I was going to tell you, as soon as I remember what it was. I strive towards total integrity in my dealings with all beings, but only on Tuesdays. I honor and express all facets of my divine destiny, regardless of federal and local laws. I have boundless respect for all beings in their wholeness, except for dickheads. I use the law of attraction to manifest whatever it is that I desire, and keep it well away from magnetic tapes and swipe cards. I stand illuminated by the incomparable beauty of the universe until I get told to stop purring. I am one in oneness with the One, especially when our team won. I bathe in the unconditional love of my dog, Rover.